Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss some important MCQ, that is important multiple choice question of research methodology for PhD entrance examination, that is PET examination. Look at the first MCQ, first multiple choice question. A research paper is a brief report of research work based on A. secondary data, B. primary data, C. researcher behavior and D. both A and B. Answer is D. both A and B, means secondary data and primary data. Second, an appropriate source to find out the descriptive information is A. directory, B. encyclopedia, C. dictionary and D. bibliography. The answer is B. encyclopedia. The two main styles of research are A. vertical and horizontal process, B. survey and questionnaire, C. qualitative and quantitative and D. sampling and recording. Answer is C. qualitative and quantitative. Testing hypothesis is A. descriptive statistics, B. data analysis, C. inferential statistics, D. data preparation. Answer is C. inferential statistics. The concepts in hypothesis are stated as A. theories, B. indices, C. variable and D. ideas. The answer is C. variables. Information acquired by experience or experimentation is known as A. factual, B. scientific evidence, C. scientific, D. empirical. Answer is empirical, D. Dash was not identified as a major research design. A. field research, B. ethnography, C. survey, D. secondary research. Answer is B. ethnography. Research process generally starts with A. experiments, C. hypothesis, B. data analysis and D. observation. D. Answer is D. observation. Dash are generally information gathered or generated by the researcher for purpose of project immediately at hand. A. primary data, B. secondary data, C. territory data and D. ready-made data. Answer is A. primary data. Data that have already been collected for some other purpose is termed A. primary data, B. secondary data, C. territory data, D. ready-made data. Answer is B. secondary data. Generally, existing literature is a good source of digest data for the researcher. A. primary data, B. secondary, C. territory and D. ready-made. The answer is B. secondary. Digest data provide a first-hand account of the situation. A. primary, B. secondary, C. territory and D. ready-made. Answer is A. primary. The information is more reliable in A. primary data, B. secondary data, C. territory data and D. ready-made data. Answer is A. primary data. Collecting dash is expensive in terms of both time and money. A. ready-made data, B. secondary data, C. primary data and D. territory data. Answer is C. primary data. Dash is the method of collecting primary data. A. observation, B. survey, C. interview, D. all of the above. Answer is D. all of the above. Dash is treated as the heart of the survey operation. A. observation, B. secondary data, C. interview and D. questionnaire. Answer is D. questionnaire. Dash are carefully constructed set of rating scales designed to measure one or more aspects of an individual's or group's attitude towards some object. A. rating scale, B. attitude scale, C. discrete scale and D. graphical scale. Answer is B. attitude scale. In a dash, the rater make a judgment about same characteristics of a subject and place him directly on some point on the scale. A. rating scale, B. attitude scale, C. cemented scale and D. Gutman scale. Answer is A. rating scale. Dash is the characteristics of the research. A. direct experience or observation, B. cyclical, C. precious judgment and D. all of the above. Answer is D. all of the above. Research is A. working in a scientific way to search for the truth of any problem, B. searching continuously and again regarding something, C. comparing and analyzing two or more things and D. an art and science of searching book, article and terminology. Answer is A. working in a scientific way to search for a truth of any problem. Dash is an important component of scientific inquiry. A. observation, B. hypothesis, C. verification, and D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. Dash is not a part of modern method of research. A. Basic research, B. Conceptual research, C. Philosophical research, and D. Empirical research. Answer is C. Philosophical research. Research can either be dash or applied. A. Basic, B. Fundamental, C. Pure, and D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. Dash is one of the most common tasks of a researcher. A. Creating a specific problem, B. Starting a business using research data, C. Solving the specific problem, D. Using the research for marketing. Answer is solving the specific problem, C. After collecting the research data, it is necessary to dash and interpret them. A. Conclude, B. Analyze, C. Writing the findings, and D. Observe. Answer is B. Analyze. By dash we mean the investigation of problem to further and develop the existing knowledge. A. Basic research, B. Applied research, C. Future research, and D. Assumption. Answer is B. Basic research. Examples of fundamental research are investigation into a natural phenomena, B. Pure mathematics, C. Physical or astronomy, and D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. Dash is the first step in starting the research process. A. Searching online or offline, B. Identification of the problem, C. Idea screening and concept development, and D. Data collection. Answer is B. Identification of the problem. Action research means A. A research initiated to solve an immediate problem, B. A research with socio-economic objective, C. An experimental research conducted by researcher, D. Fundamental research with focus on long-term problem solving. Answer is A. A research initiated to solve an immediate problem. A dash is the specification of methods and procedures for acquiring the information needed to structure or solve the problem. A. Research problem, B. Research hypothesis, C. Research design, D. Research data. Answer is C. Research design. Research is A. Searching again and again, B. Finding solution to any problem, C. Working in a specific way to search for truth of any problem, D. None of the above. C. Working in a scientific way to search for a truth of any problem. Which of the following is the first step in starting the research process? A. Searching the source of information to locate problem, B. Survey of related literature, C. Identification of problem, D. Searching for solution to the problem. Answer is C. Identification of problem. A common test in research demand much priority on A. Reliability, B. Usability, C. Objectivity, and D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. Action research means a longitudinal research, an applied research, a research initiated to solve an immediate problem, a research with socio-economic objective. Answer is C. A research initiated to solve an immediate problem. A reasoning where we start with certain particular statements and conclude with the universal statement is called a deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning, abnormal reasoning, transcendental reasoning, B. Inductive reasoning. The essential qualities of researcher are, answer is D. All the above. In the process of conducting research, formulation of hypothesis is followed by statement of objectives, analysis of data, selection of research tools, collection of data. Answer is C. Selection of research tools. A research paper is a brief report of research work based on primary data only, secondary data only, both primary and secondary data only, none of the above. Answer is C. Both primary and secondary data only. An appropriate source to find out the descriptive information is A. Bibliography, B. Directory, C. Encyclopedia, and D. Dictionary. Answer is C. Encyclopedia. Control group is term used in A. Survey research, B. Historical research, C. Experimental research, and D. Descriptive research. Answer is C. Experimental research. Testing hypothesis is A. Inferential statistics, B. Descriptive statistics, C. Data preparation, and D. Data analysis. Answer is A. Inferential statistics. The method that consists of collection of data through observation and experimentation, formulation and testing of hypothesis is called an empirical method, B. Scientific method, C. Scientific information, and D. Practical knowledge. Answer is C. Scientific method. Information acquired by experience or experimentation is called as A. Empirical, B. Scientific, C. Facts, and D. Scientific evidence. Answer is A. Empirical. All living things are made up of cell. Blue whales is living being. Therefore, blue waves is made up of cell. The reasoning used here is inductive, deductive, both A and B, and hypothetic deductive. Answer is B, deductive. The reasoning that use general principle to predict the specific result is called A, inductive, B, deductive, C, both A and B, and D, hypothetic. Answer is B, deductive. All research process start with hypothesis, experiments to the test theories, C, observation, D, all of these. Answer is C, observation. The quality of the research study is primarily assessed on A, place of publication, B, the way in which the recommendations are implemented, C, the rigor with which it was conducted, and D, the number of times it is replicated. Answer is C, the rigor with which it was conducted. Which of the following is not an appropriate source of academic research? A, an online encyclopedia, B, a government-based research organization database, C, a peer-reviewed journal article, and D, a textbook. Answer is A, an online encyclopedia. Research methodology refer to the A, sampling technique, B, tools that researcher use, C, the chain of association between research question and the research design, and D, the qualitative methods. Answer is C, the chain of association between research question to the research design. A researcher should be, answer is C, use only source that appear credible. Research is the purposeful systematic activity, primarily conducted for pure academic purpose, primarily conducted to answer the question about the practical issues, a random unplanned process of discovery. Answer is A, purposeful systematic activity. When conducting a review of literature on a particular subject, the researcher should A, read all the available material on the subject, B, read whole journals, articles, and then decide whether or not it is useful, C, read the strategical and critically, D, read full only those texts that appears to agree with her point of view. Answer is C, read strategically and critically. The two main styles of the research are data collection and data coding, survey and questionnaire, sampling and recording, and qualitative and quantitative. Answer is D, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative research is not as rigorous as quantitative research, primarily concerned with the collection and analysis of numerical data, primarily concerned with the in-depth exploration of phenomena, primarily concerned with the quality of the research. Answer is C, primarily concerned with the in-depth exploration of phenomena. Quantitative research involves interviewing people to find out their deeply held views about the issue, collecting the data in numerical form, more rigor than qualitative research, interviewing every member of the target population. Answer, collecting the data in the numerical form. Answer is B. What is the basis of the scientific method? A, to test the hypothesis in conditions that are conducive to its success. B, to formulate a research problem and disprove the hypothesis. C, to formulate the research problem, test the hypothesis in carefully controlled conditions that challenge the hypothesis. D, to test the hypothesis, and if they are disproved, they should be abandoned completely. Answer is C, to formulate a research problem, test the hypothesis in carefully controlled conditions that challenge the hypothesis. Of all the steps in the research process, the one that typically takes the most time is A, data collection, B, formulating the problem, C, selecting the research method, and D, developing the hypothesis. A, answer is B, formulating the problem. The concept in the hypothesis are stated as a variable, theories, indices, and ideas. Answer is A, variable. In order for a variable to be measured, a researcher must provide an operational definition, hypothesis, theory, and scale. Answer is A, operational definition. Which of the following was not identified as a major research design? A, secondary research, B, survey, C, field research, and D, ethnography research. Answer is D, ethnography research. When a number of researchers use the same operational definition to measure a variable and achieve the same result, the measure is said to be A, instrumental, B, reliable, C, valid, and D, factual. Answer is B, reliable. There are various types of the research designed to be obtained different type of the information. What type of the research is used to define the problem and suggest hypothesis? A, descriptive research, B, primary research, C, secondary research, and D, causal research. Answer is A, descriptive research. What type of the research would be appropriate in the following situation? Nextly, want to investigate the impact of children on their parent. Decision to buy the breakfast food. A. Quantitative research. B. Qualitative research. C. Secondary research. And D. Mixed research. Answer is B. Qualitative research. What type of the research would be appropriate in the following situation? A college or university bookshop want to get some insight into how students feel about the shop, merchandise, price and services. A. Secondary data. B. Qualitative data. C. Focus group. And D. Quantitative data. Answer is C. Focus group. The internet is a powerful mechanism for conducting the research. However, it does have its drawback. Which of the following signify the drawback? A. The possible inclusion of the individuals not being targeted that could skew the result. B. Lack of information about the population responding to the questionnaire. C. Eye contact and body language, two useful research indicators, are excluded from the analysis. And D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. Dash is the research. Dash research is the gathering of primary data by watching the people, like experimental, casual, informative and observation. Answer is D. Observational. Which is the best type of the research approach for gathering the casual information? A. Observation. B. Informative. C. Experimental. And D. Survey. Answer is C. Experimental. The outcome of what is being measured is termed A. Independent variable. B. Dependent variable. C. Predictor variable. And D. Hypothetical variable. Answer is D. Dependent variable. Which of the following would occur in the longitudinal study? Measures are taken from different participants over an extended period of time. Participant is expected to last for a minimum of 24 hours. Measures are taken from the same participant on different occasions, usually over an extended period of time. Measures are taken from the participant in at least 6 different countries. Answer is C. Measures are taken from the participant from the same participant on different occasions, usually over extended period of time. Endeavor to explain, predict and or control phenomena are the goals of scientific method, tradition, inductive logic and deductive logic. Answer is A. Scientific method. A. Traditional. B. Research. C. Experiential experience. C. Personal experience. And D. Expert opinion. Answer is B. Research. The scientific method is preferred over other ways of knowing because it is more A. Reliable. B. Systematic. C. Accurate. And D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. Which of the following step of the scientific method is exemplified by the researcher reviewing the literature and focusing on the specific problem that has yet to be resolved? A. Describe the procedure to collect the information. B. Identify a topic. C. Analyze the collected information. D. State the result of the data analysis. Answer is B. Identify the topic. The research process is the best described as a method to select a frame of references. B. Set of rules that govern the selection of subject. C. Series of steps completed in the logical order. D. Plan that directs the research design. Answer is C. Series of steps completed in a logical order. A research proposal is the best described as A. Framework for the data collection and analysis. B. Argument for the merit of the study. C. Description of how the researcher planned to maintain an ethical perspective during the study. D. Description of research process for the research project. Answer is D. Description of the research process for a research project. The purpose of literature review is to use the literature to identify the present knowledge and what is unknown, assist in defining the problem and operational definition, identify the strengths and weaknesses of previous studies, all the above. Answer is D. All the above. The statement to identify the relationship between the time the patient spent on the operating table and the development of the pressure ulcer is the best described as a result. A. Objective. B. M. C. Question. And D. Hypothesis. Answer is B. M. An operational definition specify the data analysis technique to be used in the study, the level of measurement to be used in the study, how a variable or a concept will be defined and measured in the study, how the outcome of the research objectives for the study will be measured. Answer is C, how a variable or concept will be defined and measured in the study. A statement of expected relationship between two or more variables is known as concept definition, hypothesis, problem statement, research question. Answer is B, hypothesis. The researcher needs to identify the aim of the study, the questions to be answered, the population of interest, information to be collected, and feasibility in order to decide on the research. A. Design and method, B. Design and assumption, C. Purpose and data analysis, and D. Purpose and assumption. Answer is B. Design and method. Answer is B. Design and method. A variable that changes due to the actions of other variable is known as independent variable, extraneous variable, complex variable, and dependent variable. Answer is D. Dependent variable. When planning to do social research, is better to approach the topic with an open mind, do a pilot study before getting stuck into it, be familiar with the literature on the topic, forget about the theory because this is a very practical undertaking. Answer is C. Be familiar with the literature on the topic. Which comes first, theory or research? Theory because otherwise you are working in the dark. Research because it is only the way you can develop a theory. It depends upon your point of view. The question is meaningless because you cannot have a one without other. The answer is C. It depends upon your point of view. We review the relevant literature to know. A. What is already known about the topic. B. What concept and theories have been applied to the topic. Who are the key contributors to the topic. D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. A deductive theory is one that allows theory to emerge out of the data, evolve testing and explicit define hypothesis, allow for finding to feedback into stock of the knowledge, use qualitative method whenever possible. Answer is B. Involve testing and explicitly define hypothesis. Which of the following is not a type of research question? Predicting an outcome, evaluating a phenomena, developing a good practice, a hypothesis. Answer is D. A hypothesis. Because of the number of things that can go wrong in the research, there is need for a flexibility and perseverance, a sympathetic supervisor, an emergency source of finance, wisdom to know the right time to quit. Answer is A. Flexibility and perseverance. Data research seeks to investigate an area that has been under research with preliminary data that helps the shape the direction for the future research. Descriptive, exploratory, explanatory, positive. Answer is exploratory. Research question in the qualitative study typically begin with which of the following words? Why, how, what? All above. Answer is D. All above. Qualitative research seeks to analyze which of the following: numerical data derived from the frequency of particular behavior, statistical association between the variables, the social meaning people attribute to their experiences and circumstances, and D. All of the above. Answer is the social meaning people attribute to their experiences and circumstances. Which of the following is not the qualitative research methodology? Randomized control trial, ethnography, grounded theory, and phenomenology. Answer is randomized control trial. Which of the following data collecting method is not normally used in the qualitative research? Participation observation, focus group, questionnaire, semi-structural questionnaire. Answer is C. Questionnaire. The following journal article would be an example of data research. The benefit of fluorescent lighting on the production in a factory setting. Applied, basic, intervention, stupid. Answer is A. Applied. The scientific method is preferred over the way of knowing because it is more reliable, systematic, accurate. All the above. Answer is D. All the above. The quantitative research preoccupation with generalization is an attempt to develop the law-like finding of the natural science, boost their chances of publication, enhance the internal validity of the research, demonstrate the complex techniques of the statistical analysis. Answer is A. Develop the law-like findings of the natural science. What is the basis of the scientific method? To test the hypothesis in conditions that are conducive to its success, to formulate the research problem and disprove the hypothesis, to formulate the research problem, test the hypothesis and carefully control conditions that challenge the hypothesis, to test the hypothesis, and if they are disproved, they should be abandoned completely. Answer is C. To formulate the research problem, test the hypothesis in carefully controlled conditions that challenge the hypothesis. A literature review requires planning, clear writing, good writing, all the above. The answer is D, all the above. With this note, I would like to end this video. Definitely this MCQ, all the multiple choice question of research methodology, is useful for your PhD entrance test. All the best for your PhD entrance test. Thank you.